Hello Sioux Falls and welcome to Planning Preview for the month of August. My name is Jason Bieber with the Planning Department with the City of Sioux Falls, and joining me as always is our chairperson, Bradyn. How are you doing today?
Very good. Good to be back.
Yeah, it looks like we got actually a pretty big agenda. Some of those were kind of holdovers from our meeting that had to be canceled in July, but maybe we should get right into it.
Let's do it. Looks like the first one's an exciting one, ag to conservation.
Yeah, just a piece of property that's kind of between Western and Louise, south of 57th Street that the city owns. That's kind of all just a big drainage area.
For sure.
It's no longer obviously agricultural, so we'll just get it to conservation and kind of keep it as drainage. So
very good. Looks like next one we're rezoning from office to single family residential near 1500 South Sycamore.
Yeah, so this is just north of 26th Street on Sycamore, if you've seen that barn type looking office. So the owner of that, on the back side of that, the east side of that, actually wants to plat off a lot and then zone a single family and actually build her house on it. So that'll front a local street on the other side. So kind of a cool use of some open space there. So
yeah, better commute then.
That's right.
Yeah. Looks like the next one, apartment residential, low density to office, 4900 South Cottonwood.
Yeah, so this is actually right across from the first item that we talked about tonight. So this is on the corner of 57th and Cottonwood. There's kind of that little tiny piece of property that's kind of surrounded by the condo development with the little pond with the fountain. So this piece has kind of been sitting there forever, and I think we've went from apartments to office, tried that before, and the project didn't work, but it's a real small piece. Really the only thing you could do there is a small little office or dental office type thing. So,
okay.
Yep.
Good. Next one, we're rezoning from commercial to our Midtown mixed-use development, 302 South Summit.
Yeah, this will be our third one, I think, that we're done with the Midtown mixed use, which is awesome. So this is the old Mercado property that was purchased, and then Lloyd Companies is looking at scraping that clean and kind of do a mixed-use building with office on the first level, and I believe 2 stories of apartments above that. So that'll be an exciting new development for that neighborhood, and kind of continue to kind of clean and redevelop Pettigrew. So
Very good. Next one, we got high density to single family. This is out near 41st and T. Ellis.
Yeah, so this is kind of an interesting one. People are probably like, well, why would you rezone it from high density apartments to single family? But what they're looking at actually doing, not only with this one, an item later in the agenda that we have, is actually do single family. They want to plat them off, but they're going to be rentals. So single family rentals kind of is another option as part of their apartment development. Then they have some townhomes, and then gives people kind of the option of renting a single family house. So
diversifying their portfolio a little bit.
Yeah, and then that helps too, because then, you know, if they decide to sell them, they could always sell the houses. So, yeah.
Okay. Next one, we're rezoning from twin home duplex suburban district to single family again, near 57th and Faith.
Yeah, just they had that rezoned for twin homes. They're just looking to do single family now. So
very good. We'll move out, looks like out near Dolly Farm, rezoning to high density to single family. Yep,
so this is the one I talked about that was later in the agenda. This is kind of going to be a really cool use. So Active Generations is out there just south of Walmart, out in Dolly Farm area. They're looking at building some, like I think 6 or 7 of these houses too. So some of the seniors that maybe don't want to be in the or don't want to be in like an apartment, senior apartment, but want to be close to the senior services like Active Generation, can rent these houses right out there.
Oh, so, very cool.
Yep.
Next one, we're going to single family to, or this is single family residential to single family residential traditional district, 3410 North 10th Avenue.
Yeah, so this is our partners over there at CCOG. You know, they're getting those lots that are need to be rezoned to RT1 because they're going to put a house on there. Maybe they're less than 50 feet wide. So, Yep.
Next one, we're at 51 East 26th Street. Looks like several rezonings. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so this is kind of that other property that's there north of 26th Street and west of Cynthia that backs up to the manufactured home park that's right there. That's empty. So the applicants are looking to do kind of a commercial possibly at that lighted intersection, and then go to apartment, and then on the north side of that transition to kind of twin homes and single family to those adjacent single family houses.
Maybe
there.
to fit better within the development.
Yep.
Oh, very good. Next one, we got a conditional use permit to a 2 drive-through retail stays at 7601 South Louise Avenue.
Yeah, so this is that northwest corner of Louise and 85th Street that's kind of been vacant for a while. We've seen a bunch of different plans for this. Now the applicant has kind of come back with another plan that had some drive-throughs on there. So they're adjacent to some twin homes that are to the west of this. So the drive-throughs have to go for another conditional use, and they did do a neighborhood meeting and obviously keeps the neighborhood of what's happening. So
Yep, very good. Next one looks like an update to the planned unit development. This is the main campus for Avera.
Yeah, so this is another great one, and we talked a little bit about it last planning preview before the meeting got deferred, or these items got deferred. So this is the main campus where they're tearing down, I think, MB3 or one of them, and then they're going to do that women and children's brand new development, which is great that Avera is continuing to invest not only in the southwest campus, 69th and Louise, but also in the core campus.
Yeah. Speaking of that, we also have it on the south campus. New development there.
Yeah. So this is another building that'll be attached to the south of the existing clinic hospital out there at the south campus. So yeah, this really great. All the building that they're doing along with Sanford. So two great health institutions that we have in town. So
absolutely. Looks like the last one here is we're out at Lake Lorraine, another planned unit development that's been updated.
Yeah, so this is, if you guys been, I'm sure everybody's been on Lake Lorraine, great kind of new development that we have in town that's surrounded by a lake. So the lake is currently just shown as more retail and stuff, so we're just updating that initial development plan to show that actually as recreation. And then when they come in and plat and that stuff, then we charge them as according for that recreation. But if you haven't been out there, lots of big things getting constructed and really cool developments. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like we talked about, quite a bit of items on this month with all the holdovers, so you guys will have quite a bit of stuff to get through in August.
Yep, looking forward to it.
And stay tuned, Sioux Falls. After the break, we'll have Ashton, our planning intern, to talk about his experiences with his internship this summer with the city of Sioux Falls, so stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to today's Maintenance Minute. My name is Seth and I'm here with Bruce. We're housing specialists with the city of Sioux Falls. Bruce, I have an older home with a block foundation, and every single spring I seem to get water coming into my basement. How do I take care of that?
Well, there's a lot of different ways you can take a look at that. You can check to see if you've got proper slope away from your house with the grade around the outside. That's one way to fix it. Another way is to do what we've got here, to go around the inside of the foundation and put in drain tile. Come in around, they take the cement out all the way around the perimeter in here, put drain tile down, pour concrete back over the top, put a sump pit in, and then you can discharge the water outside of your home. And that should hopefully take care of any groundwater issues or water coming in from the outside.
So the drain tile collects all the water, drains it into this pit, and the pump actually pumps it outside.
Right. Yep, it's pumped to the outside. There's a hose that's connected out there that can be moved around your yard. Some people use it to try and water their trees or their plants. The biggest thing is get it as far away from your house as possible, but not out onto the street or across the sidewalks.
Great. Well, there you go, folks. If you have an issue with water in your basement, sump pump is the way to go. If you'd like to see if one of our city programs can help you out, call 367-8180 or check us out online at siouxfalls.org.
Welcome back to Planning Preview for the month of August. Joining me now is Ashton Koch, our planning intern for the summer. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's great that we get to do this. I think the fourth or fifth year that I think I've had the planning intern on to just really talk about yourself a little bit, where you're going to school, where you're from, and maybe what you've learned a little bit this year.
Sure. So yeah, I'm from Sioux Falls, born and raised. I go to SDSU. I'm currently a junior going for community regional planning. And I have minors in GIS, real estate, and UAV, which
so
is
you've got 3 minors then. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
So and yours part of the community regional and planning program for SDSU. That's relatively new, right? This hasn't been around. I know when I went there, it was just geography. So
yeah, so I believe it's about 7 years old.
Okay,
now.
so it's been a little while yet. How many people do you like have in your program?
So currently there's 7 of us in the
7?
program. Yep.
Okay, so then you guys take not only you have to do a lot of geography classes, but then you have those kind of specialized planning classes, community regional planning, and then it sounds like with you especially, you're getting minors in things that are going to not only help you as a planning in your planning career, but also maybe if you wanted to go a different way with GIS and real estate, right?
Sure, yeah. So since there's so much overlap, it's easy to get those extra minors. Like there's requirements in GIS, landscape architecture, some architecture classes, planning law. You really get a whole variety there at SDSU to really branch out. So.
Yeah, I remember when I took the GIS classes back in like 2002, it's a little bit more detailed now. So the maps are a lot better, but that's awesome to be able to take all those different things because to have those special skills, not only to be a planner, but really have the ability to do GIS is a really big deal. And we have a couple people like that in our department that are really invaluable, that we don't have to send it over to our civic analytics department. We can do it in-house. That helps out quite a bit. So you're originally from Sioux Falls, kind of more southwest part of Sioux Falls, T area, correct?
Correct.
Yep. So you grew up kind of in Sioux Falls. What's one thing that you're surprised about with Sioux Falls' growth? I mean, one thing that you think you're like, this really surprises me about how big we've gotten.
Yeah, so growing up on the west side, it's been a little bit more slower growing, especially compared to the east side. But one thing I have noticed is a high pace of growth in like our residential areas, which has also brought in a lot of amazing commercial establishments too.
Yeah, and I think that's what's great is the is the residential, as we always talk about, we grow about 2.5% to 3%, which is 5,000 to 6,000 residents a year. And I think that's funny with you going to Brookings. We grow the size of Brookings every 3 or 4 years. So I think that's great that we got to bring all those people into Sioux Falls. And like you talked about, have the residential, have the retail, have the office, parks, police, fire, libraries. I mean, those are things that we plan for every 3 or 4 years, which is, a lot of different stuff. So.
Yeah.
So you've been doing what's called the Ascend internship program, which is a little bit different than just a traditional internship program. You get to go with other interns. I think there's 10 or 12 of you, and really even do some projects together. So what are some of the things that you've got to do, not for the planning department, but with the Ascend program with the other interns?
Yeah, so one of our we go on a lot of tours. So we've been to the water treatment center, the new public safety campus, and we also do some leadership, where we did a leadership panel with the mayor, which was a very valuable experience. There's the mayor, the chief of staff, one of the police lieutenants, and then the fire chief as well.
Yeah, those are some of our great leaders, and the mayor's really so articulate. He's fun to kind of talk to.
Yes.
When we were walking over here, you talked about the safety training campus. That was kind of your favorite thing. What did you think about that campus, and what did you really like about it?
So yeah, it's great to see Sioux Falls investing in public safety. That's something that a lot of people tend to take for granted, especially if you're on the younger side. And just the sheer size was just very impressive. They can accommodate a lot of recruits and cover like pretty much any scenario you can imagine.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I think it's like 55 million just to have all that stuff out there. And then, so we talked a little bit about Ascend. What things, I know what you're working on for our department, but tell the viewers at home, like what were your 3 big projects that you kind of worked on, or things you worked on?
Yeah, so I've been working with our zoning specialist to enforce the new tree ordinance, where I go out and do inspections and then work on the letters. And then another project that I've had a lot of fun with was working with an urban planner to do the downtown sign audit, to hopefully reduce some of the sign clutter downtown and hopefully create a more welcoming, less cluttered environment. And then I've also been in numerous meetings with like site review plans, which have been just fascinating, especially after taking landscape architecture courses at school.
Yeah, I bet. And one of the big things, those projects are great, especially the tree ordinance that's new, and we've had some people that have not always agreed with that one. I know you had to send out the letters. We've gotten some of the calls, but that'll be great to start getting that going. And then the downtown sign audit, working with Adam on that is going to be great. Like you just talked about, to get rid of maybe some of that, reduce the clutter down there. Maybe there's signs that say the same thing, that you can coordinate them together.
Exactly.
I mean, that'll be great to reduce that. One of the great things I think that you'll get to do this month, and you'll get to present actually at the Planning Commission, which I think is a great, one of the things that you get to do, to write a report and then actually do one of these at the Planning Commission. So that'll be fun for you to do.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Good. Well, let me see, we got just a little bit longer here. So what would you say your overall experience with your internship? Was it something that you enjoyed and found valuable, and something that you would suggest other people, not only at the planning department at SCSU, but anybody that would seek and learn a little bit more about the planning department?
Yeah, so it's been amazing. I would definitely recommend it to one of my peers at SDSU, and I plan to. People here have been great. A lot of really engaging projects. You know, I'm not just sitting at my desk all day. I actually get to go out and do stuff and explore Sioux Falls and learn more about the city, which I didn't really have the, you know, you don't really get that experience just as a citizen. So it's been very valuable in that way.
And it's nice too to see, you know, you're learning so much in the book level at SDSU, but really to take some of those planning techniques and planning knowledge and actually have real world experience with them.
Yes,
you know.
that's been the biggest thing too. It's one thing to read about it, but when you're in practice, you can see where the thought process comes in, why we do things the way we do. That tends to be miscommunicated.
Yeah,
a lot
no,
of the time.
great. And I think I speak for everybody in our department that you've done a really awesome job this year. It's been great having you intern with us, and you really kind of became one of our team with your personality, and fit right in, and weren't shy, weren't quiet. So that's been just great. I know I've gotten a lot of great compliments for you. So
Well, that's great.
Maybe,
Jason.
yeah, maybe someday you'll work with us too. You'll get to be in as a full-time employee, which we have a couple of those interns with Albert and Adam. Actually, we're planning interns here. So
Yeah, that'd be great.
well, thanks for joining us, and thanks for choosing us this summer. I know there's a lot of options for everybody. We really appreciated you being there, and good luck to you this fall. And like I said, I don't think this is the last time we're going to see you. So
Yeah, well, thank you, Jason. I appreciate it.
yeah, anytime. And that concludes Planning Preview for the month of August. Just a reminder, the Planning Commission meeting is on Thursday, August 8th this month, and not our traditional Wednesday. National Night Out is on that Tuesday, so the council meeting gets bumped to Wednesday. So we are bumped to Thursday, August 8th at 6 p.m. And as always, you can come and provide comment with any of the items that we talked about today, or also there's that 5-minute comment period at the end of the agenda to talk anything planning related. Thanks, Sioux Falls, and have a great day.